It's a perfect wok.
Cannot be beat.
It's hot. It's very hot.
This is certainly not a food review. I'm going to show you how to get rid of the sand in the base of one of the Century Wave Master XXL larges. I bought this house, and in the basement, they had a workout room, which I love and I work out, but I did not want a box. That's not my thing. It was taking up a ton of space. I wanted to get rid of it, but holy cow, it weighed like 400 pounds. So I could not do it. I couldn't even move it. Finally, I figured out how to just move it like in the room. You tilt it over, and then you roll it. All right, you can hear the sanding there. Not very much sand, so it's much harder to roll than it just looked. The second thing you have to do if you want to move it is to get the sand out, because we're talking about the 300-400 pounds of sand. Very difficult to do. I had to get it upstairs. There's no way that I was going to lift it. It's very cumbersome, as you could see. So first thing you want to be able to do once you move it into a good spot by rolling it on the tire is to twist this off. So it looks like it might be difficult, but it's not. It does twist right off. Twist it, lift it, set it aside. Ba-boom. All right, then you're left just with this puppy. This is the base, and it could be full of sand. For all I knew, it could have been filled with concrete. It could have been filled with water or some other material. So I wanted to find out, okay, what's it filled with? And then I could think about how I can empty it. So first thing you do after you remove that top piece is this cack, and it just screws off. Now, mine was probably on there for a couple of years. Wasn't as easy to do, but a little bit of baboon, maybe it happened. So put this aside, you're going to need it. The next thing for me is I wanted to check for what was in this hole. Now, you won't be able to lift it as well. It's got, a few 100 pounds of sand in there. But I stuck a spoon in there, and it was actually almost up to the top, and it was very dry sand. So I was pretty excited because it meant that what could I do? Listen, I couldn't find anything on the internet about it, but I said, ShopVac. I'm going to take my old trusty ShopVac, and I'm going to suck that sand out. So let's just do a little bit of a detour where I'll be talking about how you set the ShopVac up. Now, to suck the sand out of the base of the Century Wave Master XXL large. Hey, this will work for basketball, bond, whatever, as long as it's dry sand like this. It works like a charm. I got my old trusty ShopVac. It's used, it's old, it doesn't matter. The sucker still works. First, you take off the cord. But we really need to tell you that. You probably can figure that one out yourself. Then what you want to do is you want to, on the side here, you want to take these tabs, move them out. It comes right up, just like that. No problem. And then you have this empty bucket. I prefer to leave the top in the same direction as the bucket, so when I put it back, I don't have to figure anything out. And then you might need to take out an old bag. I'm not going to demonstrate that. It's pretty much the opposite of putting in a new bag. And what you do here is you just line this up and you just pop it in there just like that when it's lined up. And then it'll slip right in. Once you have it lined up, it'll slip right in the slot that you took it out of. I kind of make a circle up, and there you go. And then you got your bag in there. That's to capture all the sand. And then you have to just put the filter in between. I'm not going to teach you how to use a ShopVac. And then you seal it up. And there you go. You got it. Here's something you have to make sure you think about. You put that bag in there. You're not just going to put one bag in there, because I took out about 350 pounds of sand and I left like 40 in there. There's 40 in there right now. So you have to make sure the bags had stand that you can actually lift. So what I did is after the first couple of minutes, every minute I checked the weight to make sure it was something that I felt comfortable lifting. And I just lifted it like this. The whole machine, it probably weighs 5 pounds without me sand, just to make sure that I could lift it and get it out of the house, get the bag out of the house. You take the connector here, throw it in, you screw it. This is really simple stuff. Just using a ShopVac. And then what I had to do is I had to find some kind of device, and this is from a different vacuum, this gray tube, to stick on the end here so that it would be small enough to get in this hole. Once I got that size right, and this does fit in, boom, boom, I moved it around. I kept this thing, the tire, the sand back over there. And again, after the first couple of minutes, I tested to make sure it was something I could lift. Yeah, I kept it about 60 to 75 pounds. I filled 6 of these, and every one of them I tried delicately to lift the bag out. We talked about pulling out of this slot when you remove it to carefully bring it up. But because the sand weighed so much, every time I brought it up, I had at least a little rip except one. The only one I was able to get out successfully was the final bag. Ah! Oh, it might be ripped. I think I just ripped it. It was the final bag because it weighed the least, so it didn't rip, but it weighs something. I'm pretty sure it is ripped. So there you go. Anyway, that's how you get roll out. Once I did, I took the whole unit outside. You know, put the whole unit outside with the top off. I took the bag out, which ripped a little bit, but I had it outside when that happened in a safe place where it was okay for the sand to get. I did that six times or so. The last one maybe didn't rip. We'll see. And then I left some of the sands for the next owner of the base. I left what I could leave in. I decided to leave about 40 pounds, and I tested it a couple of times because I had to go up a couple of flights of stairs. I wanted to make sure it was very liftable. Now I'm in the garage. They could put it in the back of their vehicle. I could put it in the back of their vehicle, and I can get rid of this thing and have that space for treadmill, which is much more useful to me. Overall, I hope I helped you with this process. And that's not a review.